report. Johnny? Well, good. Have you heard me at Brusley? Good. When Sister Williams called me, I was just in Brusley last Saturday, and I thought maybe I could rest this weekend. But she called and said, can you come up to Port Allen? Now why? Because as I spoke with her husband and her son, come to find out we may be kinfolk. Because she's kin to the Scofields, and I'm certain they're Scofield. My grandfather lived in Addis, and all of my relatives were born in Addis, including my mother. So I had to come. But she said, when you come, you have to come to the Masonic Hall. And then I knew I had to sharpen up. Now let me see how smart you are, because if you're smart, then we're going to have some fun. If you're not, this will be a quick one. Everybody who's smart, and maybe Brother Williams who's taking the picture, if you answer all 5 of these questions, he'll give you a $100 bill. Or at least he can write you out a check. But I'd like for you to answer the questions, because if you're smart, then this is the right place to be. But let's find out. What color is this? It sounds pretty good, but it's not enthusiastic. What color? Now I want the sponsors to join in, because I want you to show them how smart you are. So everybody join in. What color? What color? Everybody, what color? What color? What color? What do cows drink? Cows drink water. They give you milk. Don't be one of them days. You got 4 more. When I was in elementary school, now that was a long time ago, but I don't think they've changed that much. They had a reading book. You remember that big reading book? In the stores with Dick, Jan, Bob, and Mary. But what was the dog's name? Come on, somebody said it. Spot. Now, if you're smart, quickly spell Spot with me. That's not fast enough. Quickly spell Spot. Spell Spot. Spell Spot. Spell Spot. Spell Spot. When you come to a green light, what do? You go at a green light. All right. Now you got 3 more. Oh, I ain't got you yet. But the good Lord will it, we'll see. Now I want everybody who's smart. Don't get scared. Don't say, I ain't saying nothing no more. I want everybody who's smart to say boast. In your best English, say boast. Now when I say go, I want you to say boast 10 times as fast as you can. I'll count with you. Ready? Go. What do you put in a toaster? Put bread in a toaster. Now, see, I want you to just bear with me, and I'll get to the point. Some of you will say, well, see, those were trick questions, and you kind of got, but let me do something. You show me something to do with my hand. I can handle that. All right. Everybody raise your right hand. Other right, home. Now, this is not a gang sign. It's not bad. I want everybody to raise their right hand. Come on, everybody. Now, make a circle like this. It's not a bad sign. Now, how do you lose this game? By not doing what I tell you to do. But in order to win, you got to be fast. When I say go, I want you to quickly, as fast as you can, quickly take that circle and quickly put it on your chin. Go! Now, raise your right hand. Last one. Now some of y'all scared to death. Like, oh, wow, man. Make the circle. It's got to be a big circle. When I say go, quickly, poke your head through that circle. Go! Everybody who laughed and did nothing, you lose. All you had to do was do this. Say, remember, and to the elders that are sitting here, you see what's happening with our young people? You say, well, look, brother, you was tricking us, man. There's not a thing I said that would trick you. I said, follow my instruction. First thing I did is called subliminal seduction. That's a big word that simply means somebody's working on your mind and you don't even know they're working. Did you hear me? They work on your mind. And listen to me. Every second you've been born, somebody's working on your mind. It is in this book, it says the devil is constantly working on your mind. Now, why does he want your mind? Because the mind controls the way you think. You say, man, ain't nobody working on my mind. Let me prove it. Right now, some of you have given your parents a wish list. And what you're saying is, I wish I could get that for Christmas. See, somebody worked on your mind. Because the first Christmas was not about giving, it was God give to us. Now, why you need a gift? For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. Now, why you want a gift, and what have you done to deserve one? Because somebody say, get me a present. It's Christmas, forgive me, and I won't. Do you give presents? And let me show you how bad it is. Yeah, we give presents, but you can only spend $10 on it. See, somebody working on your mind, because right now, if you get nothing for Christmas, your mouth will be booted up the rest of the year. Somebody worked on your mind. Now, since we're in the house of light, then I'm going to turn on a little light. Tell your parents, listen, I don't want nothing for Christmas. That's if you want to see the light. You say, man, see, I told you somebody worked on your mind. I said, tell your parents, don't give me nothing for Christmas. All right, and then some parents will say, good, but I want you to get a calculator. And say, Mama, how much, if you were going to give me for Christmas, were you going to give me? Maybe $125. Put $125 in the calculator. Go to your daddy. Dad, how much you going to give me? Well, your mama, no, Dad, you say you was going to give. Well, I'll give you 100. Now you got $225. Put it in, go to your grandmother, your grandpa, find out how much they going to give you, and add it up and say, I don't want anything for Christmas, but 7 days or 8 days after Christmas. Get your little money they were going to give you and go to the mall, if you got to have it. Then you'll find out the stuff that cost you before Christmas, $125, will now be on sale for $49.95. And look how much you could get after Christmas. Now, you ladies, men have been working on your mind. Now, I want the ladies to look up at me, because they'll say, man, don't nobody work on my mind. I'm going to prove it by asking you a question. Not only do they work on your mind, they make you pay millions of dollars. Because one, you don't know who you are, and you may not know whose you are. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Don't get mad with me. I always get by the door when I ask this one. To just the ladies, to show you somebody's working on your mind. Ladies, if it's called a permanent, how come you have to get it done every 3 to 6 weeks? No. Don't just respond out of emotion, because in this house you got to know the meaning of words. If it's called a permanent, that which has rigidity, stability, not easily changed, how would you let somebody put that process in your head? Charge you $45 or $50, and as soon as water hit it, it ain't permanent anymore. Now listen, I can read mine. One lady just said, man, it's a relaxer. Well, since you asked that question, you said that, I will ask you another question. What stressed it up that now it needs to be relaxed? One other young lady just said, man, I want good hair. Now let me ask you a question. Who told you your hair wasn't good? And why did you believe it? See? Somebody working on your mind. Why? Because some of these young girls think when they walk by, boys look at their hair. Now one young man just said, no. Only if her hair is fire red, embarrassingly pink, or criminal purple. I'll look up at her hair and say, how fine girl got that kind of hair? No, we're more interested in you, not your hair. Now, how have the people been working on your mind? See, God is the best creator. There's none better. He made a sun up there that's 93 million miles away from this planet Earth. It's just up there, a gas that was burning when Jesus was born, was burning when Moses was born, was burning when Adam and Eve first came in, ain't burned out yet. So he's the best creator. If he gave you the kind of hair he wants you to have, who are you to dye it, fry it, and lay it to the side? Well, no, shut up and listen. See, people got you working on your hair. In this house, they better be working on your mind so that you can develop the kind of lifestyle that will help you to be the kind of person God sent you in the world to be. Now, my young boys, they work on your mind. Now, you want a beeper. Man, I could get a beeper. They don't call them beepers no more. They call them pages. Why you want a beeper? Oh, well, look here, I'm at the Scofield. I don't do no dope. But you know, in case my girlfriend won't call me, dog, you understand? I got my beeper. And you know how bad it is? When beepers go off, everybody, stop looking, start looking. And they got these wild beepers. I don't know if you know, they vibrate. See? Now why you want a beeper? Because it seems like you in the lifestyle. Now people who about it, we hate beepers. Now my boss gave me this beeper because somebody in the governor's office was trying to contact me. And they couldn't contact me fast enough, so they went and bought a whole beeper just for me. Now, I don't have to give my beeper number out, but it's just for me, and I hate it. Now, in New Orleans, in my line of work, every 4 months, I get another kind of beeper. I hate that one. Why? Because when that goes off, that means some juvenile in New Orleans has either been killed or kill somebody. So why you got to be? Tell me why little boys who can't walk, talk, certainly can't shoot basketball or dribble want $150 pair of tickets. See, if we would just work on our minds and our hearts, we'd be a more loving people. I love when I talk to just the boys, because I heard one young boy say, I got to get my ear pierced. I got to get my earring, man. Now, what does the Bible say about earrings? The Jewish people are told every 7 years, as a sign to God, that they should release one of their slaves. Yeah, that they were slaves. And they said, now listen, if, however, your slave tells you, I don't want to be free, I love you, I want to stay with you, then you pierce their ears. And then they put the hour in it, which says, I'm a slave, and I enjoy being a slave. But let's take it to Angola. A while back, when young men got into trouble with other men, which somehow left them less than men, they had to wear earrings. Then I heard all kind of crazy stuff. Well, yeah, brother, that's true, but if you wear it in the left ear, you all right. But if you wear it in the right ear, that means they've been turned out. Well, it don't matter. Do you want to be a slave? Now, see, somebody worked on your mind, because you see Michael Jordan. He got 2 earrings. Then I asked him one time, I said, Mike, just for me, does the earring make you jump higher? He said, man, I could jump higher before I put the earring. I said, does it make you run faster? He said, no. I said, why do you have it? He said, because it's cool. I bet you your elders don't have no earrings. I bet you. Now the sisters in the EOS, they wear earrings because that's part of the fashion. But why you got yours? I see little boys walking down the street, white jersey on with blue stripes, 22 on their chest and back, and got E. Smith. Some will have the same jersey, 21, D. Sanders. Then there's some of them wear a blue shirt with gray stripe, number 20, B. Sanders. And I say, bro, what's your name? John Jones. Then why you got another man's name on your back? Well, that's my boy. See, somebody worked on your mind. Why? You don't want to be like them. You want to be like you. Why won't you put your own name on your back? Well, I don't play no basketball. So what? I had one of my coaches told his girlfriend, if you don't either play football or coach football, you ain't no real man. I see ladies, he done left y'all out all together. But I say, Jesus never played football. I say, Moses never played football. Why is this crazy working on their mind? Now let me ask you a question. If you could give Jesus a gift, what would you give him? I'm going to ask you again. If this Christmas, because see, I'm told the 3 wise men came bearing what? Gift. So if the wise people do it, you better do it. What gift would you give Jesus? Well, see, I just read somebody that thought, you don't need none, because his daddy got everything. I'm not asking, I'm asking what gift would you? You see your life? See, it sounds good. You say, I'll give my life. But you notice, Reverend, when the people around Jesus, when he got in trouble, what did they do? I'm talking about the disciples. We know the women stayed. What did the disciples do when Jesus was in trouble? They ran. So you say you'd give your life? Good. Now let me ask you a question. Since we about giving, How would this world be if God acted like us? No, don't shake your head. Just think about it. How would this world be if God acted like you? Not her, you. Not him, you. Would it be a God that woke up some mornings and said, I ain't for it today? See if somebody tell me something, especially that teacher, I'm going to go off. Would it be a God that when somebody called and he looked on the call ID, saw it was somebody and said, I ain't going to answer that? Would it be a God that said, if it's the last thing I do, I'm going to get you back? Would it be a God that's always talking badly about me, envious and jealous of people? I'm going to ask you again, what gift would you give Jesus? What would you bring to him on this birthday? Now let me see this. How many of you know messy people? Raise your hand. Don't give that gift to Jesus. How many of you know people just love to tell lies? Don't give that gift. How many of you know people always making fun and putting people down? And how many of you know people who like to start bad rumors on people? Now watch this one. How many of you know people who always got their nose in your business? Don't give that gift to Jesus. Now look at the person across from you and repeat these words. Say, excuse me. No, I'm talking to you. Don't mess with me, because I don't like no mess. And please don't lie to me, because I hate people who lie. And you can't make fun of me, not the way you look. And let me tell you something. What goes around comes around. See, my business is my business. And your business is your business. If you stay in my business, I've got some advice. Get a life. Get a life. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Give yourselves a round of applause. See, I've seen all the sales in the newspaper, or you got to get the Sunday's newspaper. They've got sales on everything. But you notice they haven't said one thing you would give to Jesus. And I think the greatest gift you could give to Jesus is to believe in him, submit to him, and do unto others as he would have you do unto others. See, we celebrate the anniversary of his birth, not for the commercial benefits, because people give you all the year. One lady walked up to me and said, do you give Christmas presents? I said, no. Oh, you must be, no. See, I give all during the year. And when you give all during the year, then on Christmas should be a holiday for you. Ladies, don't let somebody give you one thing one day and give you nothing but trouble the rest of the year and think that's going to make up for it. How many of you ladies, I'm talking about the older ladies, want a man to give them all during the year? Raise your hand. And if he gives all during the year, then you don't expect nothing on Christmas. But you what? No, and let me explain that. See, ladies, no, you don't have to give me nothing on Christmas if in October you bought me that new Camry. Or a new Cadillac. See, But the lady over here said, that was in October. Don't go there. See that? See that? She want October, November. Well, he may give you for November and December, but don't say one day give it. And ladies, you know what? Ladies tell me some boys or something else. I know ladies who will tell boys they'll buy big presents for these boys. Now, boys still do the same thing, Rev, like we used to do when we were young. 2 weeks from Christmas, say, girl, what? Don't do that. Look, we through. Break up with her, be mad. Look, she calling, baby, what's wrong? I don't want to talk. But you notice the day after Christmas, I'm sorry. I don't know why I acted that way. But do you know some girls tell me they buy presents for boys and have to tell some of them this? See, if you don't come get this present by New Year's, I swear I'm going to take it back. Wrong reason to give a present. Now let me talk to my young ladies. See, the problem what I see with girls is that girls go to other girls to find out about adult problem. You ain't gonna find a solution to their problem. But these ladies with the Eastern Star, that's the ladies you should go to. And when you go to them, shut up, because you don't know nothing. Shut up and open your ears. See, the first thing they'll tell you, stop being infatuated with boys' muscles. You hear girls say it all the time. Ooh, look at him, girl. He got big old muscles. Ain't he fine? See, these ladies, these sisters here would tell you what good is it a man to have muscles if they don't work 40 hours a week, every week. And what good is it to have muscles after them 40 hours? He ain't got enough strength to sign that check and hand it over to you. See, the first thing these ladies will tell you, everything that look good to you. Sisters, say it again. Everything that look good to you ain't what? Did you hear me? See, because they've seen good-looking men who turn around and do some of the worst no good things in the world. Now, let me prove it. I want the young girls just to look at the mature sisters. Sisters, if y'all had $1,000 for every time a boy or a man promised you something and didn't deliver, how many of y'all would be rich? If you had $1,000 every time a boy or a man lied to you, how many of you would be rich? See what I'm talking about? So ladies, sit and listen. See, these girls think they're going to be in love all their life. And you know what? Some of them think they're going to have them little small waistlines. All their life. See, no. You know, they think now, I've got it going on. Yeah, you know, I can eat anything I want. I'm always, how many, wait, the young children, let me prove it. How many of y'all seen pictures of your mama and daddy when they were young? And how many of you, when you got the picture, say, who this is? How many of you had a daddy may have had muscles like that when he was young? Now let me show you fellas what's going to happen to you through old age. Watch my stomach. You can have muscles like this, but watch what old age is going to do you. How many of you got a daddy with a stomach like that? Now let me find out what kind of mamas y'all got. Because see, I need to know. How many of y'all got mean mamas? Raise your hand. Thank you. How many of you got a mama that can fight like a man? And how many of you got a mama, when she gets mad, she goes crazy? And how many of you got a mama, when she get mad and go crazy, or pick up anything and throw at you? Now watch this one. How many of you got a mama so mean, can fight so well, get so mad, go so crazy, your daddy's scared to mess with him? Now, you know my older boys up here? The older boys kept their hand down. And guess what they just said? Not my daddy, bro. See, my daddy don't take no stuff. Look here, boy. If you believe your daddy don't take no stuff, you need to check up from the neck up. Now, you can tell when your daddy's scared of your mama. I bet you when they argue, it goes like this. Your mama will go, you! Your daddy will look at her. And your mama will say, I'm talking to you, you job. And your daddy will finally say something. You better go ahead before I hurt you. And when he said that, even your dog go, ooh! And it don't matter how small your mama is or how big your daddy is, your mama say, what you say? And your big daddy will look at it and go, oh, you better go ahead, Brian. And your mama said, no. What did you say? And before your daddy could open his mouth, your little sister or brother will rat on. Everybody go, you see, he gonna hurt you. And watch your mama then. Your mama say, you, and you can hurt me, you. And I like the historical point she brings out. Remember what I did you the last time. See, but lately you've been tripping, raising your butt. You think, come on. And as your daddy running through the door, he'll turn back and say to one of you, you better talk to your mama. Yeah. Look here. One of the gifts you would give to Jesus is a thank you. A thank you for your mom and your dad. Did you hear me? How many of you love your mom? How many of you love your daddies? Now look here. I saw some hands go down. I want every child in here to look at me. You're not a politician. You say what? When your hand went down, you became a politician. The Bible says honor, not just your mama. Say honor your mother and your father, and your days will be long. What the Bible is saying, you're too young to judge what happened. You know something happened, but stop judging. Because your mama should tell you people fall in love, and they certainly fall out of love. But the key thing here is if your mom and daddy got you here, then you just stand back. Now, I'm not saying they perfect, but you just stand back. Why? And I want all the mothers here, if you're raising your children by yourself, do me a favor. Never talk badly about their daddy, even if he's treating you badly. Because that was your ex-husband, that's his or her daddy. What you will tell them is that you respect your daddy, even if he isn't doing respectable things. Because you know what? One day they're going to grow up and see what their dad is not doing or been doing wrong. Never let God hear you bad mouth, because see, the daddies will bad mouth you, and then the child gets confused. Do you know why young boys fight girls? Because they see their daddy hit their mouth. Yeah. How many of you know boys who fight girls? Raise your hand. How many of you know girls who let boys beat them up? See what I'm talking about? Now, mama, are there any mothers in here raising children by themselves? Raise your hand. If you're raising children by yourself, let me tell you, God picked you for that role. Now, every mother in here who's raising children by themselves, know there's a living God. Because he done took care of you and provided for you when nobody else will. You thank God. One of your presents to Jesus is that, thank you, Jesus, for giving me the strength to go on, because there have been times you wanted to give up. Now, to the daddies, and that's why I was so glad when brothers say they got the fraternity here with the young men. See, before boys can be men, they got to be around men. And the first thing I hope you'll teach them is, if you got a beater, you don't need her. You don't need it. Did you hear me? If you got a beater, you don't need it. One guy in New Orleans told me, hold up, Mr. Scofield. See, I'm reading that going upside their head, dog. You know, because I ain't letting no girl run no head on me. She ain't going to just be running head and telling me anything. And I told that little boy, I said, you think girls run their head on you? Wait till you grow up and marry some of these ladies and forget their birthday or your anniversary. And watch what they tell you. Listen at what they call you. I say, no, you don't hit her. And you know why you don't hit her? Because whatever goes around does what? Now, fellas, what would you do to a boy you caught slapping your daughter? And y'all ought to see how their face changed. What if you caught a boy punching your daughter, her nose is bloody, her lips are bloody, and he grabbed her by the collar and then he said, well, how you doing, mister? No, this she running here. I ain't going to let her be running here. Then he slap her again. What would you do to him? Brother say he hope his mom, the married boy mama got good life insurance, because he means he's going to kill her. I know. And let me tell y'all something. Every young man in here, you should have this experience. When my daughter was born, when the nurse brought her to me, first of all, I didn't feel I could hold her. You ever notice men who think they tough? As soon as you bring them a baby, we get all wimpish. Like, look, I can't, might break it. But when the nurse finally encouraged me to hold her, my whole opinion about women changed. Now, what did it change from and what did it change to? Before, I just thought, man, Brian, she fine, I like her. I don't really love her, but I like her. So if I tell her I love her, you know what I mean. It didn't matter. But when my little baby girl was in my arms, I didn't want no dude calling her that W word or that B word. Because this was my daughter. Now, ladies, help me with this. How many of you got a dad that don't like none of your boyfriends? You got, all right? Any girl in here got a daddy who don't like none of her boyfriends? One lady raised her hand. See, you got to ask questions. Why don't my daddy like none of my boyfriends? It's simple. Your daddy was once a boy himself. And you notice the wilder your daddy was when he was young, when he got a daughter. If a boy come in the house, he'll just walk to her. Come on. Say, Daddy, who is that? I got to share this story with you. My doorbell rang one day. And when I went out there, the little boy had his hat on back. Yeah. He said, you want to send my old lady out there? So I went back in the house and I sent my wife out there. So she came back mad. She said, don't play with me. He ain't wanted me. He wanted, why you sent me? I said, well, you're the only old lady in here. She said, he wanted our daughter. Then my whole attitude changed. I went out there to see, brother, as long as you ugly, I don't want to ever see you around. Because you come here disrespecting my daughter. Matter of fact, wherever I see you, And that boy ran for me for about 10 years. I forgot. Every time he'd see me, he'd start running. See, because our attitude changed. Now, ladies, what would you do to a daughter who told you she was going one place, wound up another place, you catch it time and time, and then she say to you, Mama, you don't trust me? Huh? See? Now why am I, let me ask the boys something. How many of you know girls you would not want your daughter to act like? Let me ask the girls something. Ladies, would you want your daughters doing some of the things you do? One young lady just said the magic word, I ain't doing nothing. Well, since you ain't doing nothing, you ought to help me with this. Lord, you know everything they done. If one of them tell a lie about this, will you do me a favor when she get married? Give her 3 daughters who act just like her. Now I'm going to ask the young girl, ladies, would you want your daughter doing some of the things you do, especially the way you do it? If you said no, stand up. I'm going to say again, would you want your daughters doing some of the things you do, especially the way you do it? If you say no, you don't want your daughter doing some of the things, stand up. Lord, you see the ones who sitting down? Do me a favor, give them 6 daughters. When they get married, thank you. Keep standing up. Keep standing. No, you stand up. Stand up. Stand. Yeah, no, stand up. But the reason I want to show you is some people will lie. Now, fellas, let me ask you a question. No trick question. Fellas, would you want boys doing to your daughters some of the things you do to some of these girls? If you said no, stand up. No, keep standing up. See, ladies, they're telling you they don't want nobody doing to their daughter some of the things they do to some of you. Every young man that's standing up, look at me. If you don't want nobody misusing your daughter, then you got to stop this moment misusing somebody else's daughter. Under the guise that, man, that's her, she wild. You ain't gonna understand that as a daddy. That's your daughter wild. Now I want every young man standing up to repeat after me. I will never fight a young lady. I will never fight a young lady. I will never disrespect them. I will never allow anyone else to disrespect them. Now, I will fight for one of them to protect him, but I will never fight him because I don't want nobody disrespecting my daughter. And if what goes around comes around, if I don't disrespect him, if I don't fight him, I will never tolerate any boy disrespecting or fighting my daughter. Ladies, give them a big round of applause. Say to my elders, they know the difference between right and wrong. You saw how fast they jumped up when I said they daughters? Now kids will say, oh, Mr. Scofield, we just having fun. But the question is, will it be funny when you see your children doing it? Now let me talk to the parent. God chose you for your children. Stop complaining. How many of y'all got bad children, parents? Anybody got, any parent here got bad children? Well, I'm gonna raise my hand. Any of y'all got a child you wonder where they came from? Now let me see, how many of you kids have heard your mom When you bring home good grade, your mama say, ooh, that's my baby, that's my baby. But when you bring home bad grade, your mama say, you're dumb just like your pa and his people. See, mamas, you got to stop that. You got to stop it. Why? Because your children. Now, how many of you mothers know that your children are just like video recorder? Everything you do, they see it, they hear it. Do you know in many kindergarten and pre-K school classes, kids are coming to school cursing? You know where they learned it from? At home. Now, where the daddies at in here? If you're a father, raise your hand. Brother Williams, you ain't got your hand up? Raise your hand. If you're a father, raise your hand. Now, let me say to the father, we got to do more. It ain't enough just to raise our own physical children. We got to raise all of them. And that's why I'm glad you got young boys who want to seek the light. You got to give them directions and guidance. You remember when we were young, if that old man sitting on the corner saw us fighting, what would he do us? He would both of us. He wasn't no judge. Come here, boy. And he would weigh you out, and don't let him out. Who you for? You Vicky's boy? I'm going down there and tell your mama. And you know what mama would do you? She wouldn't ask what you did. She just weigh you out. And when you got to church on Sunday, I remember going to St. Mary's in Brusley, Addis, and they make you the sermon. You know, that's Vicky boy. He's down by the stove fire with Eleanor's boy, them two bad boys. We would become the sermon. Now tell me what kind of mama you got, since we're talking about mama. I believe they got two types of mama. Just two. The first type of mama is called a Billy mama. Now this is how she raises Billy. Billy!